Are you struggling to convert your CSV data into an HTML table using Python? You're not alone. This is a common challenge for many developers, and today we're going to tackle it together. I completely understand how frustrating it can be when you're trying to display data in a way that's visually appealing and easy to read. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the process, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user asked, how can I take data from a CSV file and import it into an HTML table using Python? They provided a CSV file with data from a football team, including age group, round, opposition, team score, opposition score, and location. Sound familiar? Let's explore how to solve this. So, what do we need to do? We need to read the CSV file, filter the data based on the selected age group, and then format that data into an HTML table. This might sound tricky, but I promise it's easier than it seems. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick tip that will make your data presentation even better. To begin, the user should import the necessary libraries. We'll need the pandas library to handle the CSV file and the HTML generation. Next, the user should read the CSV file into a data frame. This allows us to easily manipulate and filter the data based on the age group. Now, the user can filter the data frame for a specific age group. For example, if the user wants to see data for the under 12 age group, they can use the following code. After filtering, the user can convert the data frame to an HTML table. This can be done using the toHTML method provided by pandas. Finally, the user can save the HTML table to a file or display it in a web application. This step will allow others to view the data in a structured format. Fun fact, did you know that HTML tables were one of the first ways to display data on the web? They may seem old-fashioned now, but they still serve a purpose. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to converting a CSV file to an HTML table in Python involves using the pandas library. First, you need to install pandas with the command pip install pandas. Then you can read the CSV file using pd.readcsv and save it as an HTML file with toHTML. This method allows you to easily create an HTML table from your CSV data. Now, let's see a response from a different user. An alternative approach to converting a CSV file to an HTML table in Python is provided by another user. They suggest using a function that takes the file name, optional headers, and a delimiter as inputs. This function reads the CSV file, constructs an HTML table, and returns it as a string. If headers are not specified, it assumes the first row of the CSV contains the headers. To use this function, you would call it with your CSV file name and headers. However, note that this method does not filter the entries. It converts the entire CSV file into an HTML table. To filter specific entries, you would need to add a conditional statement within the loop. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative approach suggests starting by setting up an HTML table structure before printing the desired rows. First, you create the table and define the column headers. Then, as you iterate through the CSV file, you check for the specific age group. When you find a match, you output the data in HTML table row format. That's it for that response. Let's explore another one. An alternative approach to converting CSV to an HTML table involves using two functions. First, import the necessary libraries: CSV for reading the file, HTML for escaping characters, and IO for handling input and output. The first function reads the CSV file and yields records as dictionaries. The second function creates an HTML table from those records. It detects column names dynamically and constructs the table row by row. Finally, filter the records based on the desired age group and print the resulting HTML table. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative approach provided by another user involves using the HTML library and the CSV module. They suggest creating a function that reads the CSV file and converts it into an HTML table format. Here's that quick tip I promised. Consider using a library like Pandas for handling CSV files and generating HTML tables. It can save you a lot of time and effort. And there you have it. You now know how to convert CSV data into an HTML table using Python. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more tips and tricks. Happy coding!